Hello, my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. Alright, y'all. It is Friday night. If you're new to the channel, if you're old to the channel, if you're new to the channel, I'm going to let you know it's Friday night. I make a cake or a pie. Last week I made a pie. This week I'm making a cake. Every Friday, since I've been maybe the last 6-7 years, I make a pie or a cake on Friday night when I get home from work. I'm still in my uniform. I don't even get undressed. Change out my uniform. As soon as I get home, I start cooking. I get a little extra energy when I get in the door because I love cooking. I mean, I could cook. If I cook 24/7, I would do it. But I love cooking cakes. I just love cooking, period. But I always have a cake on my counter, and every Friday is the fresh cake. So every Saturday morning when people come over during the week, they know the cake was made Saturday and Friday morning. Friday night, so Saturday you can come get a piece of cake. You know, it's just an old country thing. When you walk in somebody's house, they got a cake sitting on the counter. Just a, you know, part of fellowship. So anyway, today I'm doing a cake I never did before. I've eaten it a couple of times. I've had requests to do it. I'm doing a Kentucky butter cake, but I'm not calling it Kentucky butter cake. I'm calling this is the great state of Texas where I am, and everything is big here in Texas. We call it a Texas butter cake, and that's what I'm gonna call it. Very good, very simple cake. I love it because it got glaze in the inside and got glaze on the top of it. So I love that. I've tasted it a couple of times. I think it's amazing. So anyway, enough talking. Let me start creaming the butter and sugar. If you never watched one of my cake videos, it's very simple. All cakes pretty much got the same technique, same procedures. Very, very important that you have everything room temperature. When I left work this morning, I took my butter out. I took my eggs out. They're room temperature. That's very important. Have your eggs and butter room temperature. I'll say it again. It's very important to have your eggs and butter room temperature when you're baking a cake. The second most important thing, cream your butter and sugar together at least 10 minutes. Minimum 8 minutes, maximum 10 to 12. I do it until you can feel very few granules in the butter. You can feel very few granules of the sugar. So anyway, let me get started here. While I'm talking, running my mouth. Some people say I talk too much, but I just like the people to know why I am doing something. I don't just be doing something, be doing it. There's a reason behind the madness here. Pour the sugar in here, and another thing, y'all. Just a second. Another thing. I don't like to tell the measurements. A lot of time when I'm cooking, I'm just going along with the flow like you're here with me. Everything I do is in the description of the video. I write every recipe down. I don't say it where you got to come watch the video 100 times to figure out what I'm doing. That's why I put the description of the recipe in the description of the video where you can come back. You don't have to listen to me rumbling and talking. You can come back, look at the recipe, and go. Some people don't tell you the ingredients at all. They want you to look at the video 1,000 times. I just don't think that's fair. If you want to see me talking or watch the video, go for it. I love when you watch my video. But sometimes you're in a hurry, just want to find the recipe. It's in the description of the video. Every recipe, I got over 500 videos, y'all. Every one of them have the recipe in the description of it. So anyway, I'm going to cream this butter and sugar together for about 10 or 15 minutes on high. Not 15 minutes, I'm sorry. 8 to 10 minutes. And I'll be back when this butter and sugar is creamed completely. We'll be right back. Alright, y'all, we are back here. See how this gotten so bright and white, and look how light and fluffy this is. That's what you want, y'all. When you cream your butter and sugar, this is what you want. See that? No granulars no, you can't feel very little granular of the sugar at all because you creamed it all together. That's important. If you want a nice, light, moist cake, that's important. I'm gonna keep saying it and keep saying it till y'all get it. Okay, now we're gonna add the egg one at a time. push this down by the sides. This batter is so light, y'all. It's amazing. Amazing. Okay. Now, add my vanilla to this. Now, last thing, just like every other cake, I'm gonna alternate the wet and the dry. Start with dry, end with dry. The reason I start with dry and end with dry, I like to control the gluten. I like to control the how much mixture it has on the flour. Because the more you mix flour, the more gluten you develop, and the tougher cake you get. So I control it last with dry. Okay. If y'all can hear that. A little dry here. And another thing, y'all. I got my baking soda and baking powder already in the flour. I put it in there already. I know a lady made a comment that she was watching my video and I didn't tell her to, after I put all the flour in there, to add the baking soda and baking powder. You'll see it in the recipe, but you don't see me add it because I already added it in the flour. Just a easier step. Okay, add buttermilk. Flour. Add the rest of the milk to this. I'm gonna brush this down one more time. That's the key, y'all, to brush the sides of the bowl down. Now you can do this with a hand mixer. Some people ask me, can I do it with a hand mixer? Of course. I mean, everybody don't have KitchenAid mixers. You don't have to be a KitchenAid mixer. Any regular mixer do. I've had this thing for over 15 years. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna add the rest of the flour to this. And that should do it. That's it. I ain't gonna mix it in anymore, y'all. I'm gonna mix the rest of it by hand here. Mix the rest of it by hand. That way I can control it. That way I can control it myself, how much mixture is gonna be. Get rid of those beaters. Turn this just a little so y'all can see here. Okay. Mix this up here, make sure it's good and mixed. Okay. I got my pan here, greased ball pan here. I got my oven preheated already, y'all. I forgot to tell y'all. 325 degrees. I'm gonna cook this thing for 1 hour. Y'all know me on my cakes. I like to check them after about 40-45 minutes. Every oven is different. And I'm telling you, every cake has a mind of its own. When I come out with my Patreon channel, which I have, I just haven't launched it yet. I got some blooper videos y'all gonna really love. Y'all gonna really love, but I haven't launched it yet. I'm waiting till the first of the year. Okay. Get all this out the bowl. There we go. Move it around here. Another thing I do, some ladies say, oh, you shouldn't do that. Why shouldn't you do that? Down there. They say, oh, you're supposed to hit it on the counter. I don't know what this lady, who trained her how to bake. She said, I've been baking for 30 years. I've been baking a long time too. She can do it her way. Like I said, I do it my way. Knock the cake down. Knock all them bubbles out of the cake. It's not going to hurt it one bit, y'all. You'll see when my cake come out of the oven. It'll be perfectly high and moist. So anyway, I'm going to put it in the oven, 325 degrees for 60 minutes. And we'll be back here in about 30 minutes. I'm going to come and show y'all the glaze. Right now I'm going to take a shower, change, and then I'll come back fully fresh to do the glaze. It's very simple. It's like a simple syrup, little thick simple syrup glaze. Very, very good though. I love this cake. I've just never made it, so we all making it together for the first time. So I'll be back. All right, y'all, we are back here. The cake I just took out of the oven. Now, while the cake is sitting there, we're gonna make this quick glaze right quick, y'all. It ain't gonna take long at all. That we're gonna pour over this cake. Sorry about that. We're gonna pour over this cake here. Turn my pot on here. All it is butter, sugar, a little water, and a little vanilla, y'all. We're gonna let this come to a, not a complete boil. We're gonna let it, you know, gotta really watch this, y'all. You don't want it to burn on you, because when you got butter and sugar straight on the pot like I'm doing, it'll definitely burn on you pretty quick. So I have it had my butter at room temperature, so move this cake over here a little. This cake can feel so light, y'all. And this is the, and you can add bourbon to this. You know, I don't drink alcohol, so I don't put alcohol in nothing I cook. So I'm gonna leave the bourbon out, but you can put, I guess that's why they call it Kentucky butter cake. So, you know, Kentucky bourbon whiskey, that's a real famous whiskey there. But yeah, this is Texas butter cake right here. Ain't no Kentucky in this one. So I'm gonna let that come up to a slight boil here. And then we're gonna go back and I'm gonna poke holes in the top of this cake. When I get this butter melted, you can see how thick it's gotten. See that? So I can say just a nice little glaze here, y'all. Just a little heat. Like I say, you don't want it to you don't really want it to boil. You want all the, you know, just to kind of come together. A bit more there. And that's it, y'all. I'm gonna turn it off. Now, what I'm gonna do here, let me turn it back over here to the cake here. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna poke a few holes in this cake here. All I'm doing is using the end of a thermometer. I'm gonna poke a few holes in here so when I put the glaze on there, it'll soak right into the cake. And you don't want to poke all the way to the bottom. That's another key. You don't want to go all the way to the bottom in there, because it'll go and sink it to the pan. And we'll never get this cake out of here. Okay, now, all I'm going to do here, stir this up a little bit more. Get my spoon here. And we're going to spoon that on there like that, y'all. Let all that good glaze go in that cake. Look at that. And I'm gonna save a little to go on the top, y'all. Save just a little to go on the top there. And let me get a brush here, and I want to brush it on there really good. Oh yeah, you know that's gonna be good, y'all. And we know that's gonna be good, good, good. That's why I fell in love with this cake when I tasted it. I said, man, that taste inside that cake is amazing. And that's it. Now I'm going to let this sit here in about 10 or 15 minutes. We're going to come back. We're going to flip it out. And I'm going to pour the rest of this glaze that I have left on top. So we'll be right back in just about 10 minutes. Okay, y'all, there we are. I just flipped it out. Now, another thing I'm going to do here, remember that other glaze I had left over here? I'm going to pour this on top. Matter of fact, let me get my little thing. I'm going to poke a few more holes in the top. Just a few holes in the top, y'all. Let it, all that stuff just soak in there. Can't never have too much glaze soaking in the cake, huh? Poke a few more holes in there. I'm gonna pour the rest of this hot glaze right up on top of this cake, y'all. It's gonna be one good butter cake here. Okay. And a little glaze I had left over, so we're gonna pour a little over here just like that, y'all. Just like that. Oh yeah, look at that. Now we already know this gonna be good, don't we? Now we know this gonna be good. You know what I'm gonna do, y'all? I'm really gonna put it on that good. It should all get on that good. And I'm gonna let this set up. Turn it this way. All that nice little good butter glaze. And like I tell y'all on all my cakes, if you're on a diet, it's not the cake for you, y'all. It's definitely not the cake for you if you're on a diet, watching your diet there. Got some glaze in the middle, and just go up with it. Look at that. There we go. All that glaze out of there. Okay, now y'all, I'm gonna let this set up just about 15 minutes or so, and we're gonna come back and I'm gonna cut this cake while it's warm. I'm definitely gonna cut this cake while it's warm, y'all. I think that's the best way to cut it. So anyway, I'm going to do a thumbnail. We're gonna come back and we're gonna just see how good this cake is. We'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we are back here. Okay, what we got here, y'all? Look at this here. Nice cake here. And I like that, how that glaze is soaked in this cake, y'all. And let me tell you, it's still hot. I love this. See how that glaze, look at that. How that glaze just soaked in that cake. It's buttery. Butter and sugar. This cake is so moist, y'all. Just like I remember when I ate it before. Look at this. See how moist that is? Look at that moist test. Look at this. How moist that cake is, y'all. Oh my God. So moist you can't even pick it up. I'm telling you. I literally could eat half this cake right now. It's warm. Got that nice butter, sugary glaze. Good. So anyway, y'all, another Friday night cake in the books. Texas butter cake. You gotta try this recipe. And the recipe, complete recipe, is in the description of the video, y'all. Very simple, very easy cake. The glaze is very simple, very easy. There's nothing to this. I promise you, this cake gonna last the whole weekend. Cause I know people gonna find out about it and be over knocking, ringing my doorbell. So anyway, I enjoy doing this. I mean, every cake. I just love cooking cakes, y'all. Y'all can just tell excitement in my voice. I just love it. So let me close this video out. If you like this video, please share, please comment. Hold on just a second, y'all. So I like to get this part here with that glaze. I usually don't stop videos right there. That's good. So if you like this video, please share, please comment, please subscribe. Please follow my other social media accounts: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, Pinterest, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. Remember the hashtag this year, 2021, help somebody, Old School Soul Food. Until next time, have a blessed Old School Soul Food day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Have a nice weekend. Love y'all. Bye.